Our rainfall has since moved on. We've got some big soaking rains yet again added to some of our totals very quickly late in the afternoon and evening. Now we are clear across southeast Louisiana and most of our southern Mississippi counties. Some light to moderate rain in Biloxi and farther east along the Mississippi and Alabama coastlines. But boy, picked up some big soaking rains in a short period of time. Over an inch of rain at Kenner. Areas of the city saw 2.5 to even 3.5 inches of rainfall. That's what prompted those earlier flash flood warnings. Picked up almost 2 inches of rainfall at Picayune and just shy of a ½ inch of rain at Slidell. This is all because of these disturbances that have been moving our way from an upper low that has been parked over East Texas. And this goes back to even late last week when we had that upper troughing pattern, which has kept us wetter for now the better part of 7 days. The trend, though, will be for us drying out and more sunshine. A little low cloudiness out over downtown at the moment. And there actually is a little bit of a breeze. You can see our camera kind of shaking there. East winds, at least at Kenner, at only 6 miles an hour. We're in the 70s, some low 80s. Not going to see the temperatures drop much more than they are at the moment. And again, another chance for the scattered thunderstorms tomorrow with a low end threat for some isolated street flooding. As we continue through Sunday, but more so next week, drier and hotter. And then we're still looking at the possibility, though, nothing written in stone, of maybe some activity in the tropics as we get into the first couple of days of August. Here's what's happening in the near future. This is the upper level low. That is going to start moving out. So all of that instability on the eastern side we have seen from Texas across much of the southeast will also be lifting to the north. While that happens, this upper ridging, and actually it's going to be kind of a couple of centers of the upper ridge, one west and one east, building right over us, keeping us hot and much drier going into the next several days, really all of next week. It's difficult even with those strong upper ridges to say we're not going to see any rainfall in the summer, especially along the northern Gulf Coast, but rain chances through next week look to hover at around 20 to maybe 30% at the very most. And high temperatures will be above normal. Normal high 92 will be running into the more mid 90s. Our rain chances, again, more scattered in nature as opposed to today where we had more numerous showers and storms and starting to get into maybe a little bit more of a more normal pattern this weekend, then drying out next week. Here's what's happening in the tropics, or what is expected to happen. At the moment, nothing. The forecast from the Hurricane Center places an area of possible development in the next 2 to 7 days. So this is going toward next weekend. What we're looking at right now is, again, nothing. We've had several little waves out over the main development region, and the one that I had been focusing on that it seemed like the models were picking up on was some system that was coming off of Africa. Hurricane Center kind of has their X right here, but as you watch our model here, it doesn't really have any kind of occurrence from that little system. Well, model data is kind of locked up on me, but it does look like that second little surge of moisture from off of Africa is what actually starts to try and organize, but never really does. And what's interesting is that the Euro has now really backed off on much development. Now, the operational one that we show you, there's also the ensemble, that there are some ensemble members that have something trying to get going, but this is still far from being a certainty, and we've got a lot of time to watch it. 50% chance for showers and storms tomorrow, down to 40% on Sunday, then mostly dry and much hotter heading into next week.